Welcome back to the Romans Go Fast, the old Big Mech here, and it is time for a hobby hangout night. Yeah, trying to do more of these live streams for you guys because you keep asking for them, so let's do it. All right, last time I streamed, I wasn't even on my channel. I was on Tactics last Friday, where we talked about our predictions for the upcoming balanced data slate, as well as the Garotmus detachment for the orcs. Now, those of you that watched that or followed it or any of that kind of stuff know that old Big Mac here called it when it came to a few of those things. And WA Tactics as well, obviously. So first of all, balanced data slate totally worked in our favor. The deep strike rule at the 3-inch thing completely gone and obliterated, which is great. We really needed that. Armor of Contempt completely obliterated, which is great. We needed that for fighting against the Beakies. Our WA finally works how it's supposed to. That means orc players get to call the WA on their command phase instead of at the beginning of the turn. So if you're going second, you don't have to telegraph what you're going to do, which is actually fantastic. Yeah, great things all the way around as far as balanced data slate went. Couple of points changes, nothing major, nothing to write home about. Orcs are eating good. Now, that being said, I also had said in that live stream that the new Tankbustaz kit, I had seen the sprue right before the stream, and I was able to call. It was two completely separate kits, all in one, just like our current Luda and Burna kit has everything you need to make Ludas and everything you need to make Burnas with one set of bodies. So is the brand new Tankbustaz kit. It makes Tankbustaz, which have all ranged weapons, and Breaka Boyz, which is a brand new data sheet, which we'll get to in a second, that makes all close combat boys, which is really, really cool. Now, we saw the sprues come out, we saw the kill team stuff come out, and then in the balanced data slate update, they also gave us the brand new data sheet for those Breaka Boyz. So they are really, 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 really exciting. And that's actually what I want to do here in this live stream is talk about Tankbustaz and Breaka Boyz and how you can make them, because that set is definitely going to be really hard to get for a little bit. Couple of reasons why. One, obviously, brand new season of Kill Team, brand new Kill Team set, and this is one of those starter sets that both squads are brand new. So everyone wants it. It's kind of sold out everywhere. It is available in local stores. A couple of my friendly local hobby stores have them on the shelves. But, you're paying a full price for all that stuff. I did want the Rattling Snipers. I still kind of want the Rattling Snipers. Times are tough, man. It's Grotmas. I got 4 Grots, T-Ferk in short supply, so spending that kind of money right now just to get my hands on it when all I really, really, really want is the Breaka Boyz doesn't make a lot of sense, especially considering in about 3 to 4 months we will have the actual Breaka Boyz box as its own standalone box anyway, and I'm going to need multiples. I'm just going to wait, hopefully get the box on a discount. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to play them right now. So we should try to make our own. So that's what we're going to do. We're done talking. We're going to flip around to the workbench and see what we can do on kit bashing us up some brand new Tankbustaz and Breaka Boyz. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Jacob in the chat, super awesome. Wow, man, how is it going? Happy to do another live stream. I was on WA Tactics last week, but a couple of weeks ago, so the week before that, I had done a hobby hangout live stream. I only intended to spend 30 minutes on it. We ended up hanging out and chilling for an hour and a half. You guys seem to really like the live stream stuff, so I'm going to try to do more of it. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to switch your camera around, and I'm going to start digging out Tankbustaz Boyz and parts, and we're going to keep talking about it. If you got any questions about any of this stuff, any work stuff, anything, anywhere, period. It doesn't even have to be worky. Go ahead and throw it down in there, and I will happily chat with you throughout this live stream. Little update. Nurgle came for my grots this week. I had multiples homesick from school all week. It's been kind of a tough week. But one of them managed to kit bash up his own squad of assault marines while he was homesick. And they turned out really, really wicked. And I was going to show them all to you, but I realized that he came in and stole them in between the last time I saw them and now. So I'll have to dig those out for another video at another time. All right, let me grab my Tankbustaz stuff and let's get into it. John, I can make this one kinda. I am cooking. Hey, we're cooking too, just cooking different things. We are gonna cook us up some Tankbustaz and Breaka Boyz. All right. Let's see. D. I'm still here. I'm digging them out. You guys got questions? Now's a good time. All right. I think I found it. Okay. Here is some... John, maybe they are being painted. Maybe, you know, he tends to paint things really, really fast. It's Beskgrot, which is the one that has the 1,000,000 points of Ultramarines. He really gets into it. So, yeah, they're probably already done in his room somewhere. Okay, not this case. Other case. Bombs from the Detachment make excellent tank hammers. Yes, they do. That is a great point, Frank. And I happen to have a couple of those sprues laying around, so we will definitely be doing that. Let's see what we got in here. Still not what I'm looking for. That's the problem with having so many Boyz laying around, is you never know which case they're in. Because we don't organize. That's for them beakies that use that codex thingy. We don't do that. Ah, here we go. All right, here's the good stuff. Boyz. So obviously I have a love of Tankbustaz. I have for a very, very long time. I have quite a few laying around and quite a few conversions I was working on. I need to work on getting them up to snuff to meet the new rules. So here is a tank hammer right here. Notice the beaky shoulder pad for the helmet. I've always loved this guy. All right, let's see what else we got. We got us a rocket launcher guy right here, looking good. Another rocket launcher guy right here. So this is one of the new Monopose ones from the Monopose Boyz kit. So this is great. Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. There is another one. Ooh, I like the head on this guy. That is one of the burner heads being used, I believe. Oh, yeah, and he's got the Tankbustaz bomb, too. Yeah, I did a good job on him. Shoulder head. Keith, hey, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. All right. Oh, look at this one. He's got the rocket in his teeth. Right? How can you not love that? And then we got this one here. He's also got some Tankbustaz bombs. He's a little... Oh, no, he's got the cigar. I like that. Like that a lot. Okay, what else can we find in here? Because we are not done yet. Okay, so this is one of those guys that, you know, could have been used. Maybe at some point he's got a Tankbustaz bomb. Back when that used to be a thing you could add into a squad, and then that disappeared, so it came out of the squad. And then it was like, oh, well, maybe we'll throw him in a commando set because he's got all the, like all the stick bombers and stuff. And that didn't happen. Maybe I could put a rocket pistol on him. I don't know yet, but we'll put him back in the maybe pile. And you can see this is where the inspiration comes from. This is one of the old school metal Boyz with Tankbustaz bomb. This used to be, you would get 2 different sculpts of these in a blister pack back in the day. I don't know if I have the other one. I'll have to keep digging. But yeah, that is one of them right there. Big shooter guy, we'll put him with the big shooters. All right. Old school rocket launcher. Look at this. Look at them goggles, man. How can you not love that sculpt? Yeah, classic proportions on the orcs. Clearly, it's like the same sculpt that they use on the plastic legs and torso, just recast in metal, but with the additional rocket launcher backpack and the different head, but the very cool rocket on the end of a stick. So yeah, I could have fun with him because that one kind of doesn't really look rocket launcher, right? That looks more kind of hammerish even, except for the rockets pointing the wrong direction. Maybe we can play with that one. Evening, Eric. How you doing, man? Keith, Metalworks is best. Wow, that is true. Like my burner friend here. Look at that face. Oh, so beautiful. Similar Boyz, big knife in a boy's mouth for my slasher boy. Head knife would look better on the Eldar model. Knife's official one on a toothpick. Nice, BC. I like it, man. Yeah, while we're looking at metals, check out this stick bomber boy. Again, look at the helmet. Look at the helmet, man. You don't get heads like that anymore. This one is rad. So yeah, another stick bomber boy in there. What else we got? Oh, I got me a bomb squig, so we can use that because we're gonna need a bomb squig. Oh, and the knob. We got us a knob, a metal orc knob body there. So these were fun. You used to be able to get the knobs in blister packs, and they had a whole bunch of different options that came with them that were all metal arms. It was kind of bizarre that they made it exactly as modular as the plastic ones. It was a weird time. I'll give you that one. A weird time. But yeah, I've got, for his arm, I've got a power claw, which again is the exact same sculpt as the plastic. So you're probably thinking, you're looking at a plastic one here. I assure you, this is metal, all right? You hear that? Maybe we got a magnet around here. Actually, it's magnetic too. Oh, you know what? I could just scrape some paint off. You can see that it's silver underneath. Look at that shiny, shiny metal. Isn't that weird? That they took the plastic piece and they literally recast it in metal? So weird. Anyways, okay. Rest of the knob. Rest of the knob. Let me get the rest of the knob out here. Okay, there's the rest of our bomb squiggy. Alright, there's his boss pole. That boss pole is really nice. I love that boss pole. Instead of getting to brutal cut and kill team, I broke down and got a kill team. What kind of kill team did you get, Keith? How's any boy gonna chomp off an Umi's head with the small heads they have nowadays? BC, you know, the heads are variable sized on all orcs and always have been. For example, this dude right here, his helmet is big, his head is tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Put it right next to a head from a 3rd edition box. Like, it's significantly larger. And these came out at literally the exact same time. They're all like that. They're all variable. Every orc's a different size. Some of the new heads are quite a bit larger. But the great thing is, with orc heads, you always have a ton of them. And, you know, they're all easily interchangeable. So just go with it. Ah, here we go. Speaking of heads. Speaking of heads. You boys are going to love this. There's the rest of the power claw. Here is that knob's head. Again, it's the exact same one as the plastic one. This entire knob is just plastic parts cast in metal. I don't even know why I'm holding on to them, to be honest. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Every time I watch, I try to find more orc goodness. Those be tough to find, I bet. Yeah, these old metal guys are really hard to come by. Mindtaker Miniatures, my friendly local game store that we've plugged quite a bit. They got a huge trade-in of Gorka Morka this week, and it is literally all sold out already. Absolutely insane. I didn't even get to look at them. I was so sad. All right, while we're tank busting and break a boing, of course, we can't. If you guys are here for the vintage metal, let me tell you what. You should buy Old Big Mac a beer with this one, because I am going to light you up. Are you ready? First of all, Bomb Squig. Isn't he cute? This is a metal guy again. And yeah, so he's got the Tankbustaz bomb and a couple of rockets strapped to him. This is the original Bomb Squig sculpt from way the heck back. Late 3rd edition, I think. Let's see. Matt, hey, it's a good old Big Mac. Yeah. Had to kit bash a wrecking ball on my battle wagon. Do they come with one typically? Yeah, battle wagons do. Oh, kill rig. Keith. Oh, you bought a kill rig instead of a kill team. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. I didn't want to buy a kill team, so I bought a kill team. No, you bought a kill rig. Dude, this model, I love the kill rig. You can see it's still here. We worked on it last live stream. I haven't touched it since then, but man, like, I hated all the Games Workshop photos, but actually getting my hands on one and building it was super nice. And my paint scheme, I'm loving. I think that they did a huge disservice with their paint schemes. The more darker and, you know, grimdark you get it, the cooler it is. Let's see. You see, yeah, but now they have 4 heads and pointy chins. Only some of them. Dude, did you see the heads on the new Breaka crew and Tankbustaz? They are classic orc. Classic orc. They're looking much better. What an orc gonna do with a 4-head anyhow? Hey, some of the orcs have 4 heads. What you talking about? they kind of, every once in a while they get a forehead. Usually you put like a metal mohawk on it or something, You gotta work with what you got. All right. All right. I said I was gonna blow your mind with these metal guys. Let's keep it rolling, all right? All right. You ready? Bomb squig number 2. So this is the one that's got the TNT strapped to him and in his mouth. Again, late 3rd edition. Metal guy. Orcish microcephaly. I like it. Jacob, we is here. They buffed the WA. I love it. So does it only start on your command phase? Matt, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So the change in the WA is that now instead of calling it at the beginning of the game turn, so when you went second, you had to call it on your opponent's command phase, which was garbage because you were telegraphing exactly what you were doing. That was crap. Now you call it in your command phase, which means you get it for your turn, and then you get the defensive buff, during their turn of the next battle round, which is perfect. That's what it should be. Orcs don't play defensively. We play offensively. And you don't telegraph that you're about to run them over until you actually do it. And then when you do it, anything that's left, because usually what happens is we smash into them, completely destroy a unit, wipe it out, and then your orcs are stuck out in no man's land. That's when you need the defense. So yeah, totally nice. All right. More metal, guys. Let's get into it. Bully boys are going to love it. Yeah, bully boys are really going to love it. I am super stoked for some bully boys. BC, I have a kill rig, but not a fan of the late 90s G.I. Joe playset vehicle vibe. I think we use bits of it to kit bash one. Huh, interesting. I don't really get that feeling from it, but also I wasn't much into G.I. Joes. I was more of a Transformers kid, so I don't know. Maybe, is it because you can take the weapons on and off and move them around between kill rig and hunter rig? Is that what's got you going on that? You have to explain that to me some more, BC. I'm not following. Nate, 80 suggestions for Speed Cult Army. Yeah, don't do it. We will see. So that's the other thing we're talking about tonight is the detachment that we are getting tomorrow. I'll switch this around since we're just talking heads. The detachment that we are getting tomorrow, and yes, we are getting it tomorrow at the bottom of every Warcom article with the detachments for Grotmas, they tell you what's coming the next day. So today's article, which was Eldar and Drukhari, said that tomorrow we're getting orcs. And now it didn't say we were going to get 2 or anything like that, but it also did not say we were getting 2, so who knows. But orcs are definitely coming tomorrow. I will have a video on it. We might do another live stream this weekend or something, so we're definitely getting a new one. If they do a detachment that is true old school Speed Freaks, where it's go fast and get crumping with close combat, that'll be the way to go. I don't think that that's what they're going to do, though. So, Speed Cult right now is really, really, really weird. Speed Cult throughout Orkdom has been go fast and crump stuff in close combat. This current 10th edition Speed Cult one is go fast and shoot things, but none of our stuff that goes fast actually shoots any decent. So it's actually like a really terrible detachment. Shock Jump Dragster only works in the new or in that detachment because the way that the jump through the warp works, after you do that, you can't shoot because it counts as an advance. And so you need the army-wide rule of advance and shoot in order for the shock jump to even work. So you can't take shock jump Dragster in anything but Cult of Speed. So I'd start with a shock jump Dragster just because it actually works. The Def Copters do work well. Again, they can deep strike in, they can advance and then shoot, which is going to be useful for them. Biker squads. I would kind of take a lot of biker squads, but realistically, they are so low powered on their shooting that you're not really going to blow anything off the board unless you're like shooting at a squad of guardsmen or maybe some like Gene Stealer cultists or some basic termagants. Like you want really low stat line things like toughness 3, no armor. That's all you're really going to take out with them. So they're in a really, really, really tough place. Now, obviously, Cult of Speed is my personal pride and joy, my love. I have all the speed buggies, and that's what I want to run, and that's what I used to do all back in the day. I mean, the red ones go fast. But yeah, it plays fundamentally differently. throughout Orkdom, from 2nd edition all the way through ninth, Speed Freaks was go fast and get into combat. So the go fast and then shoot things just kind of doesn't work very well. And especially like the thing that would actually do the best in it, ironically, is the kill rig. But the kill rig isn't a Cult of Speed thing, so you can't use it. It's just, it's. I would just keep not playing. I would play Warhorde. I would just bring all your buggies and play Warhorde as the detachment. That's what I would do. All right, Matt, going out to play some kitchen table magic. All right, hey, have a good night, man. Keith, because I may use mine for bits. I gotta see it. Okay, yeah. I mean, by all means, take it apart and look at it first. It's a thing. It's a thing. All right, let's get back to shooting these metal ones. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, there we go. BC might have been the GW paint job, but I kind of like more pragmatic looking vehicles for my orc. They tend to have practical looking vehicles. You know, I feel ya. It's pretty practical though. It's a giant squig towing a trailer. Like, it's a bit funky proportioned. It's kind of a bit Mad Max meets Waterworld look to it, I think. But it works. It works. All right. Metal goodness. Metal goodness. We're back to metal goodness. Tankbustaz. So this one's got these really sweet looking armor piercing rockets on it. So this would be fantastic for the new Pulsar rockets. I also love that he's got a can opener on the backside of it for the close combat portion. And yeah, look at this giant Imperial Aquila that's been riveted to his shoulder for armor. And again, this is metal. That's one piece, man. That is molded into that guy. I've always loved this. He's got like a spare exhaust pipe in his arsenal of junk on his backpack, which is just so bizarrely awesome. So what I have to do to get these guys to work now in 10th is they are obviously on 25mm slot bases. And you can see there's been like a clay or something put in here to try to give them some weight on the bottom. Because otherwise, these old metal models, especially like this that have a bunch of weight up top, they're really floppy. And so you'd put them down on the table. And if you had any kind of like hilly terrain, they'd fall over. So you always wanted to put weights in them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out of their 25mm slot bases, which we're just going to rip off like a crazy orc. And you can see it's got the metal tab here. We need to cut the metal tab off and mount him to a 32mm base. What I like to do is actually snip it like this and leave a peg under each foot and then drill 2 holes in my base to put him in the base. And the reason we need to do that is the new orcs, the new Tankbustaz, are on 32mm bases like this, significantly larger than the 25s. Now the bomb squigs will stay on the 25s, so those guys I'll leave alone. But these guys need to go on the 32s. But you can see they look so much better on the 32s because their feet hang over the sides of the 25 and look dorky as heck. So yeah, this guy, literally all he needs is a base. Whack, and he's done. I got a pulsar rocket right there. How cool is that? Great thing about metal models is you could shove them in an old socket to maximum. That is so true, especially the old Orc Dreadnought and the War on Armageddon Gazgul. Oh my gosh, that thing, you could murder someone with that thing. It is nuts. Tankbustaz have tank tread shoulder pads. Oh, John, I like that. Is that custom? That's a good. I'm gonna steal that like a Dirty Death Skull. I love that. In fact, I got some tank treads right over here, don't I? Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Tank treads. Yeah, that'd look rad. Let's see. We can put them in upside down like that. That would work as a shoulder pad, or I can flip them around and. Oh yeah, that looks sweet. So yeah, I was talking about this guy earlier. This is the Monopose rocket launcher boy from the new Boyz set. And you could see he's quite a bit taller than the old Boyz. And this is the scale that the new ones are in. And the new ones are they're knob sized. So if you're going to do some converting out of these older boys, you're really going to want to bulk them up on the base to get their height up there. And then, yeah, do some shoulder pads and some armor plating and stuff to make them look good. Because the other thing is, they're really up armored compared to the older boys. So we will have to do some stuff with that. This guy, luckily, he's got a ton of armor on him. And other than being kind of short, he's good to go. Again, just a base. Yeah, so BC, you are right. The new Tankbustaz, they are taking on the knob data sheet. So you know the wounds and the toughness and all that, which is great. They really should be, and it gives them separation from Ludas, which I really, really, really like. I think this is a great move. It just means that when you're kit bashing, you need to be cognizant of that. That you can't just take a boy and give him a rocket launcher and expect him to work in the brave new world of knob-sized ones. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some bulking out. But these metal ones, these guys deserve to live on in the army. So of course I am going to get them all updated and ready to go. Don't think they have the Rocket Boy. Oh, I got more Rocket Boys for you. Look at this one. So again, he's got kind of a really gnarly looking, armor piercing looking missile on his. This be yet another pulsar rocket potentially. And he's got the stack of dynamite on his shoulder pad, which is just rad. And the Tankbustaz bomb there on the back, spare rockets. Yeah, so we will have him in there. Let's see. Now, you boys that have been around, you know that this is just the old school Tankbustaz squad all together. So you know that there's more coming, and you know what they are. But if you haven't seen them, you're in for a treat. All right, first of all, this guy, this is the only one that isn't going to be able to just port over, and you'll see why. This is the old Rocket Pistols boy. Look at him. So yeah, so now the rocket pistols can only be dual wielded by the knob. And he is obviously not knob size, especially the new knob that's on the 40mm base. So yeah, that is like super sad. But I think what I might do is stick him in a commando team. I'm not sure yet. He's just too cool not to be in the army. Look at that head. Look at he's got the old smoke launcher from like a Lehman Russ up top there, but he's got a rocket shoved into one of them. And again, that's all one piece. All metal from the Tankbustaz squad. And he has, we were just talking about this, the armor plating being tank treads. Look, that is 2 tank tread armor plating right there, the exact same ones that are plastic in the Lehman Russ. Look at that. It's awesome. All right, couple left. Couple left. Hey, Eric, engaging back. Good sir. Keith, yeah, I have done metal tank boys. Oh yeah, man. How can you not want to like run these in your army now? And here is Tank Hammer. Look at him. I love this like 3/4 of a gear he has on the front. That's pretty rad. And again, he's really up armored. I love that they went back to having all of this armor on the new Tankbustaz and Breaka boys, because that is so much more in line with the lore and the models of old. Absolutely love it. So yeah, there's the Rocket Hammer guy. Oh, no way, BC, really? Oh, God, I want that new kit so bad just so I can build them and compare them to these old guys. No, sir. These guys are metal. These are old, because I am old Big Mech. These are from, what's the date on there? I'm not sure we could see it. 97. 1997, my friends. That makes this guy, what? 23 and 4, 27 years old? Jeez. Yeah, he's old enough to drink. All right. Last but not least, the knob. This is the original Tankbustaz knob. Look at how up armored he is. He's like the Breaka boy with that huge set of armor on the top. But look at the cloak he's got on there. He's gonna sneak up on the tank. Now this is really cool because he's got the underslung rocket launcher, right? Which is great, except for now the new knobs cannot take a rocket launcher. So what I'm going to do is, because this guy is actually knob size, like he's supposed to be, and he's got a right proper giant head. Look at that. Look at that big old mug. Yeah, he's got a much better looking head, doesn't he? We're just going to slap him on a 32 and use him as a regular boy is what we're going to do. And so this guy would be the one to turn into a knob, except for he's a little small. A little small, a little piddly for that. So I don't know what to do with him yet. What should I do with this guy? I can't not use him. I love him. Tiki the Hut, can you see me? I'm wearing a purple shirt. No, I can't see you, man. Why would you do that? Clayton, been interested in getting some metal orcs. What would you recommend? I would recommend picking up any metal orcs that you love, because they are all amazing. I have quite a few still in my collection from back in the day, and I have quite a few that I've picked up over the years since then just to have, because they have so much character. Like, look at even just this big shooter boy, right? He's got the belt with the shells in it there, right? They're just so classic. What else I got in this metal? Do you guys like seeing the metal stuff? We could just look at metal stuff all night. that'd be fun. Jacob, the knob is sick. The knob is the best, isn't he? Can't open a rocket launcher in the butt. Heck yeah, man, that's the best part. Check out Burna Boy here with the face. I think we already looked at him. The two tank, yeah, we already looked at him. Let me find you some more things that you haven't looked at. Right? If you like metal stuff. Oh. What else we got in this metal? Ooh. This is fun. You guys, okay. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? If we're gonna dig into the metal, let's dig into the metal. All right, you guys ready for this? You ready? You ready? Boom! Original Squig. This is from back when Squigs were actually Tyranids and Orcs together. You could totally tell that he's half Tyranid and like half Grot. This is what Squigs started as. How rad is that? Does that blow your mind or what? So yeah, obviously I want to keep him in the collection because he's just so stinking cool. Even though they're not Tyranids anymore. It could still be a Squig that ate a Tyranid. Isn't he awesome? All right, we're diving deep now, boys. We are diving deep in the collection. These are things that haven't been seen ever before on the channel. Probably haven't ever been seen before on YouTube because they are so old and so rare. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. But who's here for you? Big Mac is here for you. You ready? Boom! Squiggy! Look at that one. He's so happy to be bounding around. Them ginormous claws for his feet. Isn't he cool? Oh my god, I love him so much. I love his little ears. You see his little squig ears? He's got these little ears right here. He is so rad. So there's another Squiggy. What's that? You want more Squiggies? You want more Squiggies? Look at this one. Look at all his teeth. I love this style of Squig with the two giant claws on each foot and like literally being like a basketball with this short little tail. They are just so classic to the artwork. They are so much fun. All right. Did you like those Squigs? Should we... Those aren't even the oldest Squigs I own. Do you want to see older Squigs? You just paint the original Squig up as some weird variety of Squig, right? Yeah, angry shaved hair Squig. I think he could be a bomb Squig. He could be like a Tankbustaz Squig. Because I mean, look, he's got armor plating on him, right? He's just gonna bash into something. I don't know. I just love him. He's staying no matter what. No matter what. But guys, these aren't even the oldest Squigs I have. Do you want to see really old stuff? I'm talking weird, man. Are you guys ready for weird? Shall we do it? How is that? for weird old Squig. Now, obviously, this one is square base. This is from Warhammer Fantasy, but look at that thing, dude. He's got this tiny little like curly Q tail and like these human feet. With back when they tried, look at how big the feet are to get 5 toes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're like so gigantic on their toes. Is that thing weird or what, man? He's like Slimer Squig. This one's actually kind of creepy. I have a hard time with him, man. What'd you think? Was that one weird? Was that one weird enough, or should we keep going? Should we keep going? Oh man, I wish I had a beer for tonight. This would have been a great beer stream to just look at old metal things. Is this a face eating squig? You know, I don't know. I gotta grab my second edition codex or my Rogue Trader codex to look. It might be a face eater. Actually, yeah. Come to think about it, yeah, you may be right. So look at this. Look at the sculpt. Do you see right here how it looks stretched around him? And then there's like a little bow tied down here. And then look right there, skin stretched. Is that? He might be wearing someone's face, dude. Oh, that's even extra creepy. Oh, I don't know about that one, man. Yes, it gets worse, Jordan. It absolutely gets worse, my man. If you think you can handle it, I got some more. We can go even older and even weirder. Metal squigs from back in the day, dude. The 90s were nuts. Eric says more. All right, I'll give them what they want. You guys sure you're ready? Slimer Squig. Look at this thing. So he's got the crazy like 2-clawed legs like these guys. But look at those proportions. So he's like skinnier and longer, but he's got like this big old pot belly underneath. But yeah, and then he's got the face with these huge like razor fangs and the tongue coming out of it. He's weird. Just don't make me spill the Nuln Oil. I'll spill it for you. We'll do it right here on stream and just get it over with. There we go. Shake one out for your boys. Shall we keep going? You guys like those? All right. I got 2 more for you. I got 2 more metal squigs for you in our metal squig collection. We'll move the Tankbustaz out of the way and just play with squigs because we've got the 2 bomb squigs there and the 2 bounder squigs. We've got Tyrannid squig. We got Slimer squig, face eater squig. All right, so this one is gonna cheat. I mean, obviously some of these are like Warhammer Fantasy, but we're gonna cheat and go really fantasy. Do you guys know what a squig hopper is? So in Warhammer Fantasy, which is now Old World, back in the day, the squig riders were called squig hoppers, and they were like goblin fanatics. They were one of the only units that would go on a round base, and they would go dive into your enemy formations. Because remember, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, you have the big bricks. They would dive into the brick and absolutely cause havoc, right? That is a squig bouncer. So yeah, it's the tiny little squig that's the size of a basketball. This one's got a funky like rat tail going on him. And they mold the gobbo in on him. This is not 2-piece. This is all 1 single piece metal. Hey, played a good song on that. But yeah, you got the gobbo on there, and he's got his stick with a spike through it. And yeah, this would go on a 25mm round base, and it would go wreak absolute havoc in the enemy formation. This is the only squig hopper I have. I don't even know why I have him, but I'm glad that I held on to him or picked him up. I can't even remember if he's an original or not. But I'm thinking like Distraction Grot or something like that. Or maybe on a war boss, a custom war boss to make the attack squig on the base. Gloom Spite get, yeah, Jordan, this is way before Gloom Spite gets. This is just when they were Gobbo fanatics. Do you have the backwards right? Oh God, Keith, no, I don't. I remember the backwards one. This is the only one I've got. The backwards one would be awesome. But this is what I got. This is what I got. All right. Last one is the best one, though. It's even better than all of these. It's better than all of these. This last one is from 1995. It is literally going to turn 30 in 3 weeks. Correction, 1993. I had to peel him off his base to see. 1993. You ready to see the coolest squig ever? Coolest squig ever. Well, the only one with the human nose is the face eater squig, and he might be wearing someone's head because he is a face eater squig. The other ones, like, they still have squiggy noses. Right? He's got squiggy nose. He's got squiggy nose. I mean, he's a Tyranid, so he's got Tyranid grot nose. I don't know. 95, the year I was born. All right, so Jacob, this squig is 2 years older than you, my man. 2 years older than you. This is Gobla. So Gobla is not only a squig. Gobla was a special character squig. This guy was a named, like a hero character in Warhammer Fantasy Battle back in 1993. And as you see, he is weird. So he's kind of like a giant brain or a heart or a muscle or something. He's got all these veins on him, and all these little pustules, and he's got a zipper molded into him and all these little spikes. Yes, sir. That is a zipper, my man. He's got this huge rat tail, the chain. He's got the metal armor piercing piece on his horn there, and the other tusk is broken. Yeah, so this one's got the human nose, but it's not really a human nose. So this is way back in this day. These squigs weren't just with the orcs; they were actually part of the oh, come on, my brain. What are the big, tall, giant-looking things? The gnomes. The gnomes had the or no, not gnomes. What the heck are they? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? They look like a ginormous, tall Gretchen, like really, really, really tall. They don't even really have a faction anymore. Trolls. They were part of the trolls. This was when orcs and trolls were together. And so that's a troll nose and a troll face. So this is like a troll squig. Right? Pretty advanced tech for old world. Yeah. Yeah, they do. So yeah, but that's, Keith, that's why they had those noses back then, is they were trolls. And all the trolls have that face. When you look at the big troll models, they have that same kind of giant nose too. And then, yeah, when they did 40K, when they first did 40K, or Rogue Trader, I should say, squigs became Tyranid squigs. And then after they were Tyranid squigs, that's when we got the classical proportions. So this is Rogue Trader. This is 2nd edition and on. And this is Warhammer Fantasy Battle 1993. But yeah, he's a special character. And this dude is huge. Like, he is big. Put him side by side with the other squiggy there. Look at how much bigger he is. And he's metal. He is solid. This thing weighs like a substantial amount. You know what? I'm going to get the shipping scale. Yeah, that's right. Snarsnick and Gobla came together. And Trogloths. I'm gonna show you just how heavy this dude is, because I'm not joking on how. All right. So first of all, let's see here. What? 0.4 ounces, which is 0.012 kilograms. Okay, so Tyranid squig, 0.012 kilograms, right? We'll put a bomb squig, 0.018. All right, so 50% heavier. 0.032. He weighs as much as 2 bomb squigs together. Isn't that a satisfying thump? Yeah, he's cool. He's not even the heaviest though. This Tankbustaz knob, oh man. 0.056. He's a beast. That is wild. I bet that weighs more than the entire kill rig. Let's try it. Since we're screwing off with scales. Okay. 0.142. I suppose that is a chunk of plastic. I bet he weighs more than the squig, though. He does. That squig is 0.28. That one's 0.3. This squig weighs more than this squig. And that's why metal models are fun. Oh, that's awesome. Forget secrets of the sprue. We should do like how or like what size do things. We should just do how much do they weigh? How much does my model weigh? So yeah, that's what is it? Gobla. See, they used to mold the names into the little tab thingy. So there's Gobla for you. 1/3 a kill, right? This guy is 1/3 of a kill rig for this one 20mm square base thing. That is metal models for you. Oh. So what do you guys think? Did you like all the squigs? Did you like seeing those? If you guys enjoy just looking at these old models, I am happy to do hobby hangouts, and we'll I can curate like this, right? Like go through my whole collection and grab, every example of, like a big shooter boy or something like that. And we could totally do a dive on it. It'd be fun. But since we're doing metals, make him pull the kill rig then to help him lose weight. I like it. Yeah, so the Squig Hopper guy that I showed you, the Bouncer, this is what they've turned into now in Age of Sigmar. And these guys are cool. I got a squad of them just because I thought they look cool. I don't know what the heck to do with them, but they're really, really cool minis. But they're ginormous. Like really, really big. So I don't know what to do with these guys, but I have them and I built them and I like them. They're cool. Or the kill rig to gain some muscle. I like it. It's a little shorty. You know what? Hold on. While we're screwing with weights, I just gotta know. Was he heavier than a Lehman Russ? What do you guys think? Heavier or lighter than a Lehman Russ? It's got a bottom, right? So it's more substantial than a Rogel Dorn. Ooh, 0.086. Man, that's it doesn't feel that heavy, honestly. Wonder if most of it's in the turret. Oh yeah, he's like 3 times heavier than the turret. I wonder where the weight is in this thing. It must be in the tracks, because all the tracks are individual pieces. Use some of the hopper gets for my saddle gets on Squig Hogs. Oh, that's a good idea. That could be fun. Half a tank. Does the tank have any metal parts? No, that tank doesn't. My my Hellhound for my Valhallans does, though. That thing's got the flamer tanks on it are even metal. In fact, I can grab that. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, come on, man. Don't do me like that. Oh, come on. Buried down there. Oh. All right. If you're a fan of old school metal models, not necessarily orcs, you are going to love this. Looking through some of my collection last night, discovered a bunch of metal Killicans. Ooh, metal Death Dread. Yes. Yes. All right. Are you ready? Boom. Hellhound with riders. You used to be able to buy tank riders in the blister packs for all the different regiments. These are actual legit Valhallan tank riders. And notice that he is rounded, right? That is rounded on purpose specifically to ride on the Hellhound tanks here on the back. How cool are those guys? Right? And then the turret here, you had the metal top turret plate and the metal heavy Scorcha Flamma thing, and then the extra armor bits all the way around it. Look, even the base plate. Like the whole base plate is metal. This thing is substantial. This turret might weigh more than the kill rig. I'm going to rename this stream Weighing Warhammer. .4 kilograms just in a turret, man. That's wild. Yeah, so the tanks, the base Chimera is obviously plastic, but the tanks are metal, the top hatch is metal, the riders are metal, this turret is metal. So he's 0.228 kilos. 0.228 in a Hellhound. That is fun. So yeah, I've got, obviously all my Valhallans are metal because that's all you could get them as. But yeah, I got a bunch of metal guard to show off if you guys ever want to see a metal guard. An old sniper and 2 Space Marine shotgun stouts that are metal and a chaplain, that's it. Ooh, the chaplains is cool. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Back in the day, I hated metal figures because they were monopose, right? And they were really, really, really hard to customize because you had to cut them with like gnarly saws like this to get them apart, and then you had to like use 2-part epoxy because back then super glue sucked. They came in the little like single-use packs. We didn't have these cool gel super glues or the accelerator stuff and whatnot, so it was like screwing around with 2-part epoxy and saws and whatnot in order to do anything with them. But now that they're all 25 and 30 years old, I have this like super deep appreciation and love for them that like I want them all in my army. And I really, really miss the days of being able to buy a blister pack. Like you'd go into the hobby store, you didn't have a whole lot of teeth. You didn't have like 20 bucks for a squad, but you had like $5 to get a blister pack and get something cool like a couple of tank riders to add to your collection and put flavor in your army. It was just so much fun. Oh, your Praetorians are BC. Okay, if you want legit Praetorians, Mindtaker just took in a huge lot. They posted it today of Praetorians, including new in the box. Or no, I'm sorry, I am wrong. They're not Praetorians. They're Vostroyan Firstborns. No, they are Praetorians. Yeah, no, they got Praetorians. Praetorians are in. That was the problem. Tom, who I've talked about on the channel about before, one of the local guys I play with, that's Imperial Guard player. He plays Vostroyans, so he didn't want any of them. But they are Praetorians. They have a whole like couple of dozen squads of Praetorians. Oh. All right, put him back away. All right, guys. We are coming up on time on that one. I got to go do some other things, but I had an hour to spend with y'all. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Looking at all the metal models, we're going to like start kit bashing, but man, they were just so much fun to look at. Let me know what to do with double pistol guy here. Like Commando? I don't know. I don't know what to do with him, but he needs to stay in the army. Or maybe I just need to take this Tankbustaz squad and just keep it all original and put it in the display case instead of putting them in the army. But I feel like they deserve to fight, especially this guy. He deserves it. They deserve to go hunting some of these newer tanks. Gene, I found him a metal Ogren last night. Ooh, dude, the metal Ogrens were heavy. Nice. Some metal Cadians. The three blister packs of 40k Snotlings. Nice. Oh, Keith, you got me on the TV. Oh, dude, you don't want to see this ugly mug that big. No way, man. I think that's better when we do the horizontal streaming on the laptop too. Maybe we'll do that later on this weekend. We'll do another stream on the laptop horizontally, and we'll actually do some hobbying instead of just talking. If you guys want that, let me know down in the comments. You know, throw it up on one of the other channels or whatever. But yeah, that'd be really cool. All right, guys, it's been fun hanging out with you tonight. Love seeing everybody. Jordan, Gene, Keith, BC, everybody. You guys are awesome. Well, big Keith's eyes ain't so good. Man, I feel you. I never wear my glasses on the videos, not like for anything aesthetic, but because the light reflects on it, like on the lens, and it washes it out, and it just looks terrible on YouTube. So I almost always film with them off, but it sucks because then I can't see. And like when I've got a script or something and I'm trying to read it, and yeah, so yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. All right, guys. Until next time, Wagon!